I love this car.
Whoa, stop the show. I'm really sorry to interrupt, but I forgot to introduce you to my really great friend, Ed Welburn, Vice President of Global Design for General Motors from 2003 to 2016. Now, this guy knows cars. Okay, back to the show.
I absolutely love this. It's hard to believe that. I mean, and then when you look and you learn that it's 1956, this car could sit next to cars from the 60s and feel right in place.
They lost so much money, every car. What was it, $10,000 loss on a car?
I've heard that.
I mean, but all it was to prove a point that they could be in competition with Rolls-Royce for the finest car in the world.
Well,
they tried.
Yeah, and
it pulled it didn't matter how much it cost.
It's amazing.
Little things like this mirror. Look at the mirror.
Look at the mirror. The stalk. It's just the shape of it. It's just every place you look. And this interior.
I know.
The interior is. I love the gauge cluster.
Yeah.
That the door panel.
The door handles.
The door handle.
Yeah.
The whole release.
Yeah.
The fabrics, the textures and materials used in the interior. I love the car.
Yeah. It doesn't say General Motors on it, but you're not a General Motors. You're just a style guy.
You know.
Look at the door lines.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. Exactly.
Not a round. I mean, they could have used a round one.
They
could have. 56 Ford.
They could have.
But
no.
And this beautiful line here. I mean, this is very Italian right here.
Yes, it is.
But it's not pronounced so bad that you go, oh, what's that? It's just it flows.
There are a number of things about the car that are Italian.
Yeah. This.
But in a way, it just kind of stands on its own.
And they could have, and I, not to say anything bad about Cadillac, but if this was a Cadillac, have a big chrome molding down the side.
Yeah.
And it would accentuate that line.
Right. Or even without the chrome, if it would have been one straight line through, that would have been Cadillac.
Yeah.
But this little bump just kind of added to
And nothing wrong with Cadillac.
Oh, this
Please.
I'm not even thinking about Cadillac at the moment. I'm just thinking about this car.
And they had, this came with air conditioning, really early air conditioning, but it was a compressor and everything was in the back here. And they had these funnels pouring the air out of the trunk. So an air conditioner, it was an air conditioner one.
I didn't
Do you know
that
each hubcap is like 30 pounds? Each individual fin is individual and it comes apart.
So they were really handmade.
Oh, a handmade
pieces.
car.
The tailoring in the car. Look at the bumper. The bumper,
and
just
how,
the way
and how it fits.
It fits.
Look at the line.
Yeah.
And instead of just making it a square line, look at they flared it.
Yeah.
The best part is that it's simplicity but beauty at the same time.
Beauty.
That's what Lincoln was all about. That's what Edsel wanted. He wanted simplicity, but he wanted beauty.
It's like when I see it, it's like a hush comes over the crowd. It just, that's the car.
I got you. Yeah.
Look at the tailoring, the bumper,
Yeah.
the front. And usually I spend so much time at the front, but with this car, the side is so beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
And the interior is so beautiful. And then you come around to the front and it's great.
Now they made one convertible. Do you know that?
Did they?
And it was Mrs. Ford's car.
Okay.
So
yeah,
that's the only convertible, and that is in a museum down in Florida here. And
I bet you it's a beautiful car, but I love this roof line.
They made, actually, a couple were refabricated afterwards.
Okay.
But there's one original.
I just love the roof line on this car.
Yeah. And the star on the hood.
And I've seen that on other Lincolns, but this one is even more jewel-like.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. That's a great car.